turn and need our help. The wellness visit is our opportunity to engage and learn about you and your lifestyle when you are well. When you come in with a medical problem, as in Randy's case with severe shortness of breath, then your doctor can better gauge the severity of your condition. With Randy, the objective findings did not match the subjective complaints, but I knew him and saw him often for well visits and sick visits. That knowledge buttressed my confidence in my belief that something was very, very wrong. Doomsday wrong. As a primary care provider, I am forever humbled by the limitations of modern medicine and amazed at the human body's ability to adapt. What follows is Randy's story of persistence, physical adaptation, and lessons learned in our journey through the pitfalls of modern medicine. I am grateful he is here to share his story with all of you. Sandy Ibrahim, M.D., Medical Director, Inova, VIP 360, Fairfax, Virginia, January 31st, 2019. Foreword by John Gannon. Randy Pherson and I were fellow analysts and friends over long careers at the CIA. We worked together closely in the final years of our careers on the National Intelligence Council, where I served as chairman for 4 years. Randy was an outstanding National Intelligence Officer, NIO, for Latin America during a turbulent time in the region. He was widely respected for his energetic advancement of analytic tradecraft in the information age and for his aggressive outreach to outside sources of expertise in the early post-Cold War period, passions that he brought to improving the quality of analytic tradecraft after retiring from the CIA. In his thought-provoking book, How to Get the Right Diagnosis, Randy notes that intelligence analysts and medical personnel face similar challenges in collecting reliable data to reduce uncertainty and sharpen diagnoses. He reveals how the methodologies and practices he employed so successfully in the U.S. intelligence community can also help fill data gaps and contribute to a more complete and accurate medical diagnosis. In this book, he methodically lays out practical prescriptions for prevention, response, and recovery. Both of us were avid runners who prided ourselves on staying in shape to meet the demands of our often stressful work. Yet we both surprised ourselves and shocked our families and friends by having life-threatening medical conditions. Randy's story, typical of an intensely curious analyst with a healthy bent toward skepticism, is about his forceful challenge to medical experts. The experts believed they had a better grasp of available data on his evolving diagnosis than he did, and turned out to be wrong. My story parallels Randy's in many ways. It begins with my own failure to question flawed assumptions about the correlation between apparent good health and immunity from heart disease. I was an in-shape non-smoker, a sensible eater with no significant family history of diabetes or heart disease. With 8 marathons under my belt, I continued to jog regularly, swim every day, and play tennis twice a week. I thought I was in top condition until I almost died from a heart attack after a stressful day in the rugged hills of western Croatia. Unlike Randy, who took charge of his medical care, I blame myself for not working with a primary care physician to monitor a growing blood pressure problem related to cholesterol. The alarming data would have been discovered had I sought it, what we sometimes refer to as an unknown known. The author's recommendations flow from the basic admonition to take charge, be a proactive participant in your diagnosis and treatment, listen attentively to your own body, ask your doctors every hard question that comes to mind, express doubts when you have them, take notes to help organize and prioritize your issues and concerns, collect your own data to fill inevitable gaps, and keep a data-rich account of your medical history. Above all, never settle on being a passive consumer of your medical data or a silent observer of medical systems and practices. You should interact constantly and vigorously with your doctors and other medical personnel.